Hello everybody, welcome to FC Amakhosi fan channel. This is Sanel Majoli. Guys, please like, comment, subscribe. I like and I enjoy interacting with you. So guys, today I'm going to be talking about the current window, the transfers, what is happening in the current window. I mean, we know that the window is still open. So I'm going to be talking about the guys that you have let go, terminated contracts. And then I'm going to be talking about guys that you missed out on. And then I'm going to be talking about the loan that has happened. So before I start, there's a book that I love, the book that I live by. And this is the book that teaches me principles. So the book says this, and I want you, all of you to remember what I'm saying now, because it's written in this book. It says, guard your heart with all diligence, because the issues of life, they flow from it. You'll ask, why am I quoting this? Why am I quoting from this book? I'm simply saying to you, because fans, guard your heart. I'm telling you, if you keep on supporting this team the way that some of you are supporting, you're going to die from a heart attack. Protect your heart, protect yourselves. Don't be too emotional. Do not be emotionally vested to this team that much. I know it's hard to control that, but pray about it. Please pray about it, because guys, you're going to die. Some of you are going to die young. Some of you, you're going to die before your time. Before your expiry date here on earth, you're going to die. Guard your heart with all diligence. Why am I saying this? There are signings that you are making that don't make sense to some, and there are people that you are missing out on in terms of the current window. And also there are guys that you should be going after, because we know that there are positions that are still vitally important for us to address, but we haven't addressed those positions. So I believe that we have dropped some points unnecessary to Sundowns and against Chiefs United, because there are positions that we haven't addressed. So guys, let's start with talking about the current news. The contract that has been terminated. We know that Sokota's contract was terminated with his 1-year contract left. We know that Alexander Cole's contract was terminated as well with 1 year left in it. We know that Dube's contract was terminated with 1 year left in it. And then we know that now Aubameyang's contract has been terminated with 1 year left in it. Guys, if you terminate a contract, so if you sign a player, you sign a contract saying that let us agree to get into this contract over a period of 2 years or a period of 3 years. Some, they even add an option on top of that based on the performances and whatnot. So if Chiefs agreed with Aubameyang that, okay, we are signing you on 2-year contract, for example, so that means that Aubameyang was supposed to be here from last year to this year, to this current window. So with other people as well, other players as well. So meaning what? We cut their contract before the time. So who has breached the contract here? The person who has breached the contract is not the player, but the person who has breached the contract is Kaizer Chiefs. Why? Because they did not keep the end of the bargain. They don't keep their end of the agreement to say that, okay, this contract that you are entering to, it's going to be 2 years, and therefore the lifespan of our contract is actually going to be 2 years. So they said, no, okay, we're going to use you, or we're going to exercise the first year of your contracts, and then the rest, we are cancelling. So meaning what? Chiefs have to pay these people legally. So Chiefs has to pay off these people and pay them what is called a settlement money or settlement salary or price. Remember that there are agents and there are legal parties that are involved in these dealings. Therefore, that means that Chiefs, they are paying those people whose contracts we are terminating. What does it mean, this thing, business-wise, as we call ourselves as business-orientated club, meaning that you are losing money? First, we are failing to identify rightful players, and then we buy average players in inverted commas. And then when they do not meet the requirements or the expectations, or they can't stand the pressure of playing for Kaizer Chiefs, we then terminate their contracts. And also us buying players when the coach we haven't found, and then the coach that we sign, and then we say, no, you have to work with these guys, and then that coach comes and says, you know what, no, I don't want these players, they don't meet the style of play that I want to form with this club. Oh, they're not in my plans, so let's cancel their contracts, let's terminate their contracts. I don't want them. It's not my problem, it's your problem, management. So it boils down to the scouts problem that we have, also boils down to the management's failure to buy good players, because they don't have the scouting and they don't have the guy who deals with buying players. So you say it's Junior, you say it's Bobby, but do they have the experience to identify players and buy players and even to negotiate rightful contracts? I do not think so. So we terminated the contract of Bemiyam after we have terminated the other contracts. The sad part with this one, this guy, we're selling him, and the only team that seemed to be interested in Caleb, it was this team from Morocco, Wydad. And we know that Wydad, what happened, their new coach didn't like Caleb and therefore didn't sign Caleb, and Caleb had to come back to South Africa. And then Tsegi comes out and says that no, the contract with, the negotiations with Wydad didn't go through because of what I just stated now. So Caleb is back. I'm happy to have him and I'm going to use him. Did Tsegi ever use this guy even once, even in preseason? No. It then goes back to what I've been saying. Caleb was never a coach's ideal player, because we know under Zwane, he trialed and then he came in. Once he trialed and then Zwane was not happy, he sent him back, and then the management called him and said, dude, either you work with what we have, or you bring back the guys that you have trialed. And there were so many other players, but I'm going to speak about Caleb because Caleb is the actual guy that you end up signing. Caleb came back and then he played for us. Then the coach threw him under the bus and would play him in other games and would not play him in some other games. And then the fans would boo him. Like, it was a bad relationship. It was one of those bad relationships. Hence, he goes on to say in his Instagram that, hey, I'm so happy. I thank God that finally I am free. This then says that this relationship wasn't working and Caleb has been wanting to leave this relationship. But it could be that he did not want to be the one who divorces Kaizer Chiefs. But he waited for Kaizer Chiefs to be the one who divorced him so that he's free before God. So here Caleb says, no, Chiefs, you are the one who divorced me. I did not divorce you. Therefore, that means that you are to pay me because you are the one who's breaching the contract. It's not me who's breaching the contract. So you see what I've been trying to explain about the financial side of this termination of contract. Caleb, if he was the one who said, no, I don't want to play for Kaizer Chiefs anymore, give me my clearance, he wasn't going to get even a single cent. But because it's Kaizer Chiefs who terminated the contract, therefore Kaizer Chiefs owes him. So that's how it works. I think we have unfairly treated so many of these guys, and we have lost so much money in the window, and we have lost so much money as a team. And we could have used these deals. For example, we could have used Sekhoda to get into a contract with Stellenbosch and get Mteto, which we still need even today. But I'm going to get to that later on. We could have used Dube. We could have used Dube to get Sanele Barnes, or to get any guy, or even sell him and go and get and buy any other player outside, or not necessarily from Bay. Could have used him. Cole Alexandra, yes, he was old, but SuperSport wanted him, and then why did they not sign him when he was out of his contract? Could be that Stan Matthews said that, nah, I don't want reject from Kaizer Chiefs. I don't know, because now we know he followed Baxter to play in Europe. And then Now it's BM. BM is happy that he's finally free from this relationship that was hurting him, from this relationship that wasn't working anymore. He's happy that he's out. Then my friend Tepo says that, could it be that they're terminating the contract for this guy, Caleb, to make room for Gonzales? Remember, in PSL, it's not like in England, where you can have so many foreign players as long as you have a certain number of English speaking or England born players. So here you are limited to 5, while in England you can have probably even 11 in your team or so, but I just don't know the numbers, but it's bigger than the quota that you have in South Africa or in the PSL. So in South Africa you must have 5, maximum of 5 foreign players in the team that are registered for that season. Yes, you can still loan out others and whatnot, but those who are registered for the season, there must be 5. So we have Aston Castillo, who's an international player. We have Edson Dove, who's an international player. We have Tatoyane Ditlove, who's an international player. Then we have, so I said Castillo, I said Tatoyana, and then I said Dove. Who else now? Remind me. Oh, and then we have Saile, number 4. And then if Caleb was still there, therefore, that means we're not going to be able to sign Gonzales. So they had to make room for Gonzales to be signed. And guess what? After the news of Caleb, then boom, Kaizer Chiefs has signed a new striker. They've signed Gonzales. It's not a coincidence, guys. It's not a coincidence. You sit down and then you add these things and then, oh, it makes sense. Boom, that's it. It's not that deep, so they say. But yeah, that's how it is. And then my question is, because we have announced him as someone that you have signed, I mean Gonzales now. We have announced Gonzales today. We have announced Gonzales that you have signed him yesterday, sorry. By the time this goes out, it's gonna be Friday, and I'm recording this Thursday, so that's why I'm referring to Thursday. But for the context of this, we have signed Gonzales. He was announced yesterday. So as Gonzales is announced that you have signed him, wait, when did the medicals happen? Did you ask yourself that? Gonzales, you say that no, the medicals has happened. They happened where? Because he was due for his contract, for his loan, which is subjected to be a permanent deal, was subjected to us for him doing his medicals. When did he do his medicals? Where did he do his medicals for us to announce him as a signing? Could this be another issue that we have announced him and he has even signed without doing medicals? Has Gonzales signed without doing medicals? Are we professional as a club? How professional are we that we announce players without doing medicals? If you say no, he has done his medicals, we would not have signed him without doing medicals, please provide evidence. When did he do his medicals? Because he still has a visa issue that needs to be sorted in Venezuela. Where has he done his medicals? And we have signed him already. We are not professional as a club. We are running this club as a tech shop. We have already announced a player that we have signed without him doing his medicals. I've never heard of such. But yeah, anyway, it's up to you who analyze a lot. Go and analyze this and tell me if it makes sense. But I've never heard a club signing a player without doing his medicals or announcing that he is signed without doing his medicals. It's the first time I'm hearing of such. But anyway, do you guys still remember a guy by the name of Keleto Sifama? This guy played against the Sundowns and missed one-on-one chance against with the keeper. I think it was against Sundowns. Do you remember that young guy was coming from our development, who was introduced by Enes Middendorp in our first team? I hope some of you do. This guy has been traveling, has been on loan after loan and loan after loan. And I thought for the first time, the coach will look at him and give him a chance and say that, you know what, now you are ready for the senior team. Oh, you know what, come, let me give you a chance to play. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes cameos here and there, but he's on another loan. He's going to Baroka FC for 2023 season, 2024 season. So he's going for another loan, and he was introduced by Middendorp when he was 16, 20, when he was 17, I think, which was 2020. This year is 2023, so he was 17. He's currently 20 years now. And then the question that I have, what is the length of his contract, the senior contract, for him to be going to another loan? How many years does he still have in his contract? Will we ever see him again in the senior team wearing the jersey for Kaizer Chiefs? I personally love the guy. I love the guy. This guy has experience because he has played in Kosafa. He has played in the ranks, junior ranks for Bafana, and he has played very well for our senior team. Some of the games that I've watched when he was called, he has played very well. He is a striker, but I say that he's more of a winger come a striker, because when we played against the Sundowns, he was playing as a winger and then he went inside and then missed that chance. So for me, this guy, I would have believed that, or I would have loved that he would get a chance under Tseki, because Tseki loves young players. Some already are saying that Tseki doesn't play young players and whatnot, but that's not true, because he played Nkosimphiwe Ngcobo the other day, and then he played Zwane, like, to run down time, but he has given young players a chance. But we'll see. We still yet to see some more of that. But yeah, I would have loved this guy to remain in the Kaizer Chiefs team. But also, it's also good for his development. But my worry is that how many years are still left for him in his contract for him to go out on another loan. I don't know. I didn't check that how many years that he's still left with. But yeah, on Thabo Cele, guys, on Thabo Cele, that's why I started with the quotation that I started with: protect your heart, guard your heart with all diligence. Guard your heart with all diligence, because the issues of life, they flow from it. Some of you are angry that Kaizer Chiefs did not sign Thabo Cele. Some of you are saying that he's an experienced guy. We could have signed him. We should have signed him. And I agree with you. We should have signed him. But remember my video that I spoke about him and Gonzales. But specifically, as I'm speaking about him, I said to you, I am not sure, because of the kind of player that he is. He might be the good player, but he's not the kind of player that we need, like, urgently in this current window, to address a serious problem of a CDM, because it's a different kind of a CDM. He seems to be more of a CM than a CDM. He enjoys going forward, spread those passes with those beautiful turns, and is skillful. There are not many, if there are any, CDMs who are skillful like the guy he is, and his body structure doesn't strike me as a person who can really defend on himself there in the middle of the park, not unless he plays as a deep playing midfielder or he shares the weight load with a CDM. But I don't see him as the main, or he can be the main CDM. I don't think that against your Mukwena he can stand his ground. I don't think against your Munare he can stand the ground. I don't think that against all these other CDMs, your Jali can win battles. I'm not saying that is impossible, but I do not think, this is my own opinion as Sangam, I do not think that he is that CDM. But yeah, you give me your thoughts, tell me your thoughts. I mean, we might differ, we might agree, it's fine. But as for me, the guy that I would want, it's Mteto. Still, the current window is still open. I'll still want Mteto. Some of you are saying that deal or that ship has sailed long ago. I don't believe that. Mteto is left with 1 year contract, meaning in January he can sign a pre-contract with any team of his choice, and Stellenbosch, he hasn't signed a new contract. Therefore, that then means to me that he is a guy that you can still go for, not unless the Stellenbosch are ready to lose him for free. So, but yeah, guys, tell me your thoughts, tell me what you think. But as for me, we still need a CDM to release Castillo, and if it means that we release Castillo, that then for means that your Sitebe and your Mat would see less of a game time if we are to buy a proper CDM, because we still have an attacking midfielder or attacking midfielders there. So therefore, these guys, they might not play much, they might not see much of game time. But let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. But as for me, I'm out, guys. I'm bouncing. I'm out, tired. Take care. AFC Amakhosi fan channel. Like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you. Love you. Bye.